Hello everyone, welcome to all of you in my English channel Elite English Club, and today for class 12 I brought from Flamingo book chapter Indigo chapter 5. So let's start. Louis Fisher is the author of this chapter, who was born on 1896 and died on 1970. He was born in Philadelphia in 1896. He served as a volunteer in the British Army between 1918 to 1920. Fisher made a career as a journalist and wrote for the New York Times, the Saturday Review, and for European and Asian publications. He was also a member of the faculty of Princeton University. Now we will see the introduction of the chapter. The story is based on the interview taken by Louis Fisher of Mahatma Gandhi. In order to write on him, he had visited him in 1942 at his ashram Sevagram, where he was told about the Indigo movement started by Gandhiji. The story revolves around the struggle of Gandhi and other prominent leaders in order to safeguard sharecroppers from the atrocities of landlords. Now we will see summary of the chapter. Louis Fisher met Gandhi in 1942 at his ashram in Sevagram. Gandhi told him that how he initiated the departure of the British from India. He recalled that it in 1917 at the request of Rajkumar Shukla, a sharecropper from Champaran. He visited the place. Gandhi had gone to Lucknow to attend the annual meeting of Indian National Congress in the year 1916. Shukla told him that he had come from Champaran to seek his help in order to safeguard the interest of sharecroppers. Gandhi told him that he was busy, so Shukla accompanied him to various places till he consented to visit Champaran. His firm decision impressed Gandhiji, and he promised him that he would visit Calcutta at a particular date, and then Shukla could come and take him along to Champaran. Shukla met him at Calcutta and they took a train to Patna. Gandhi went to lawyer Rajendra Prasad house and they waited for him. He was accompanied by many lawyers. One day, as he was on his way to meet a peasant who was maltreated by the indigo planters, he was stopped by the police superintendent's messenger, who served him a notice asking him to leave. Gandhi received the notice but disobeyed the order. A case was filed against him. Many lawyers came to advise him, but when he stressed, then all joined his struggle and even consented to go to jail in order to help the poor peasants. On the day of trial, a large crowd gathered near the court. It became impossible to handle them. Gandhi helped the officers to control the crowd. Gandhi gave his statement that he was not a lawbreaker, but he disobeyed so that he could help the peasants. He was granted bail, and later on, the case against him was dropped. Gandhi and his associates started gathering all sorts of information related to the indigo contracts and its misuse. Later, a commission was set up to look into the matter. After the inquiry was conducted, the planters were found guilty and were asked to pay back to the peasants. Expecting refusal, they offered to pay only 25% of the amount. Gandhi accepted this too, because he wanted to free the sharecroppers from the binding of the indigo contract. He opened 6 schools in Champaran village and volunteers like Mahadev Desai, Narhari Parikh and his son Devdas taught them. Kasturbai, the wife of Gandhi, used to teach personal hygiene. Later on, with the help of a volunteer doctor, he provided medical facility to the natives of Champaran, thus making their life a bit better. A peacemaker, Andrews wanted to volunteer at Champaran ashram, but Gandhi refused as he wanted Indians to learn the lesson of self-reliance so that they would not depend on others. Gandhi told the writer that it was Champaran's incident that made him think that he did not need the Britishers' advice while he was in his own country. So this was the chapter. I hope you liked the summary of the chapter. Keep watching and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Till then, take care.